Jarrod, welcome to the Sticker Book Challenge. In front of you, you've got your very own sticker page with some big questions from your career so far. All we want you to do is pick your favourite sticker from each to pop down. Ready to go?
Ready.
Okay, let's go to your first question, which is magic moment. Now, you've already had some pretty magical moments in your career, but we want you to pick your favourite one so far.
Wow. So, first West Ham appearance, which was obviously an honour coming here in the first place. First England goal, which again was a dream to reality. Conference League final, which was itself winning the European trophy at this club, was a special moment. And then club captain, which, wow, every single one of these is something that's different in each way, but still just all of them are a massive honour. But
let's pop them out here and let's talk through them. I want to start with the trophy, because that was a 43-year wait for your fans, and the occasion of the day, the occasion afterwards in the parade, the celebrations. We've all seen your interview afterwards on the bus. You probably had a few beers by that point, hadn't you?
Yeah.
But talk me through the emotions of that whole experience, what that was like for you.
You know, every round that we was getting through, it was kind of, we were just taking one step at a time. We'd obviously have the previous experience of Europa League the year before, where we lost in the semi-finals to Frankfurt, and I remember that semi-final game when it was just, we don't want to be in the situation again of not making a final. So I think making the final in itself was such a big thing for this club, and to give this club a chance of a taste of winning a trophy. And we knew we were so close, but we knew the game was going to be so difficult, and in the end, the way the game panned out with scoring in the last minute and everyone
you scoring in the last minute as well, yeah. Do you remember it? Does that all feel like a bit of a blur, that moment?
No, I remember it well. It was, I think at the time it was 90th minute, you're kind of just going, right, we're going to extra time, getting yourself ready for penalties, to be honest. But there was one more chance left, and yeah, I was one-on-one with the keeper and kind of just miss-hit it into the ground and then see it go into the back of the net. But I think the special moment was the fans were behind the goal where I scored. My dad was there, my brother were there, two best mates were there, and they was front row of the stadium as well. So that was up there for me with just what it meant for the club as well. To give them that success. Like you said, it's been a long wait. Obviously won FA Cups before that as well, but to know we were so close and to be part of that team that's done it and won a European trophy for this club is, yeah, such a huge honour.
And now the captain, you wrote when you became captain, proud to be a Hammer, even prouder to wear the armband, so a huge honour for you. And I guess, do you feel that extra responsibility in the good times and in more difficult times to really lead the group and feel like you're that key figure?
Yeah, I think ever since I've been here, I've always wanted to show what I'm about through the good times and the bad. And, you know, I think when it's going well, it's easy to show a face and be there. But I think ultimately as well, which I think I do well, is when it's not going well, to show your face and be the one that people look at. I've been here a long time now, so understand the club, understand how it works, understand what the fans want. So I feel like I can almost be that connection from almost players to fans as well, which I enjoy. And like I said, through tough times, I'll always show my face. I'll never hide. And I think that's one thing that I'll always do and I always will do. But to be captain in, you know, there's some of the names that we've had over the years. You know, I was lucky enough to play with Nobes for a couple of years, and he was the best captain I've had and probably one of the biggest legends here at this club. So I was always the one that walked out last at the back of the line. So this year it's a bit different, walking out front of the line.
I get so nervous.
Yeah, nice. But no, it's that huge honour. You hear that roar when you come out to the stadium, and you're the one that's leading the team, so you have to set an example, and that's, you know, what I try and do to the best of my abilities.
Yeah, and then we've got about 5 years ago now coming up, is it? And
yeah,
then
5 years in
England
Jan,
goal,
yeah.
November. So these are pretty difficult selection, isn't it? What are you thinking? What are you leaning towards at the moment?
God, it's an hard one, I tell you. It started hard. I think I'm going to have to go captain.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I think this is an honour to play for the club, but I think this, obviously England was, I think it's probably between England and captain. Obviously the trophy is a massive thing, but I think those two, when you're young and you start playing football, you want to win things, you want to score, but to score for your country, to be named captain of such a huge club, is the biggest honour. But for me, I think I'll go.
You go club captain.
Club captain.
Amazing, nice start to the board.
I hope they get easier than this, by the way.
Yeah, they will. Right, let's move on to your second category then. It is celebrity fan. I think this one speaks for itself. Have a look at your options. It's not all of these are a real confirmed, we have to say that.
Keira Knightley.
I think that one is confirmed.
Barack Obama, which 100%.
Well, he came to a game I think it was about 20 years ago.
Right.
I think he said that he's kind of, he doesn't affiliate himself in particular, but he did come to a game when he was on
so
a
he's a
London
fan.
visit.
We'll
so
say
he's a fan. We'll
yeah.
say he's a fan.
James Corden, legend. Obviously Danny Dyer, which
Is that one confirmed?
probably, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Just a bit.
But no,
you talk about him all the time, don't you? I feel like ever since he's come into your life and they've been part of your life, you get asked about him. But I just want to know, how often do you actually talk about football when you're just at home? Like, is it going to be band chat over Christmas dinner? Or are you just trying to not talk about things?
No, it's not going to be a band chat because all his family, his wife's family as well, are all West Ham mad. So I can't say it's going to be not spoken about over Christmas. It'll probably be topic of the conversation, but
you'll be like, I'm just trying to have my roast dinner here.
They're diehard West Ham fans, and for me to be captain and be involved in their family now, probably for them as well, is a big moment. But no, he's great. We speak not all the time about football because he probably thinks, God, I'm going to drive mad. I keep speaking about football, but no, we speak about the games, and when we've won, it's obviously a good moment. But no, he's got great support, and he's been a West Ham fan longer than I've been here. So yeah, he's a proper diehard fan.
And then you've got to pick him against, Barack Obama, James Corden, Keira Knightley. I think that one actually is confirmed.
That one is confirmed?
Yeah.
She didn't just come to a game, she actually is a fan.
I think so.
Yeah.
Some pretty big names in there.
But James Corden as well, get on well with him.
Yeah, did you speak to him?
Close with Deck, close with Nobes as well. So seeing him at a couple of games, and obviously I love Gavin and Stacey, so I love him as Smithy. And one of the funny stories after the final, my brother went up to him and said, "Are you all right, Smithy?" And I don't know if he'll remember, but my brother remembers, and he tells me every time.
Is he embarrassed your brother about it? He's
nah,
like,
I think my brother had a few
it?
by then, and it was in the, when we celebrated with all the families after the game, we had like a little room where we all shared the moment, and he said to me, he went up, I wasn't there. I was there,
So
but
funny.
I wasn't with him, but he went up to him and said, "All right, Smithy," and I can just, he took it well. I was going to call him Smithy then, but James Corden took it well.
Well, he's synonymous with Smithy, isn't he? Isn't there a new one coming out this
I
Christmas?
can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. But I think the winner's got to be...
It's got to be
Yeah.
your future father-in-law, of course. Okay, your third category is manager. So you've played under some great managers in your career, and this isn't necessarily the best manager, but just the one that's had the biggest influence in your career so far.
Wow.
Let's start more at your coming up through the ranks, Peter Beadle. He probably, would you say, was the one that recognised your talent early on?
Yeah, he's probably the one that's made this and all this happen, and this happen.
It's a bit of a unique story, isn't it, coming through non-league and having
yeah,
that
well,
experience.
he was our under-18s manager at Hereford, and then back end of the season with Hereford, they lost their first team manager. Club was obviously struggling financially, so Peter Beadle stepped in as under-18s manager, and there was 3 or 4 of us from the under-18s that were involved with the first team and got our opportunity to play, and my opportunity to play, and then from there I went on to obviously go to Hull City. So I think without him, like I just said, I don't think any of this
any of the things we've talked about.
Yeah, any of these would have happened. So yeah, he was a great manager that ultimately started it all.
And Steve Bruce from your time at Hull, of course.
Yeah.
He wanted to bring you to Newcastle before you came here. Is that confirmed?
He
said it, didn't he?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, he said it as well. So sometimes when you say things and you don't get backed up, it's a little bit. You look a bit of a, I don't know, like you're lying almost.
Yeah.
But no, he signed me at Hull from Hereford. He always says that he paid money for me, and he never paid money for me because I was on a free, which I never understand. But also, so he gave me the opportunity at Hull, and was great with me for that. Gave me that start of my journey. A club like Hull, which at the time was an incredible feeling. I had a really good 5-6 years there. And then that deadline day tried to sign me at Newcastle. I almost, like I've said before, I almost thought I was going there.
Yeah.
It was pretty nailed on. It was almost done, and then they wouldn't pay the money, and then West Ham swooped in and never
Sliding
looked back.
doors moment.
Exactly, never looked back since. It's like I was waiting at a service station thinking, am I going north or am I going south? But yeah, in the end, ended up going south and never looked back since.
Well, and he was a manager, obviously huge to your time here, really influential. You've spoken about how important he was. What's your relationship like now? Do you still speak at all? Because I feel like there's quite a public perception of David Moyes that's maybe different to the man that you work with behind the scenes.
Yeah, no, he took a chance on me from the Championship that many clubs were, you know, almost scared to do. So for him to do that, put his neck on the line and sign me, and you know, we're talking about those magic moments. You see that European trophy, he was the manager of that, he was the one that forefronted that. So yeah, I think what he's done at this club over, you know, I think it was his second period here, you know, in Europe consecutively for 3 years, really good Premier League finishes. But yeah, as a manager with me, I spoke to him when he left, and we just had a chat, and you know, I just was thankful for him for everything that he'd done, because like I said, he brought me into this club, took a chance on me, and you know, we've enjoyed some great moments together, and you know, as a man manager as well, he was, you know, amazing. Got on really well with him, and obviously wished him all the best when he left. Obviously, when a manager leaves that you've worked with for 4 or 5 years, it's, you know, a sad moment, but I think what he achieved at this club, you know, that first European trophy in 43 years, like you said, and really brought that feel-good factor about the club. So yeah, he was a real big influence in my career as well.
You got Southgate as well from your England times. Which one are you leaning towards at the moment?
I think it's going to be...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Back to your Hereford days.
I think because without him, I wouldn't be sat here talking about these moments, because for me, I take it all the way back from when I first started, because I think that's the most important thing, where you start is where, you know, I've ended up now.
Okay, your fourth category then is swap attribute. So we're asking you which one of your teammates' abilities you'd like to take to add to your game.
Emerson, Paqueta, Big Yan Collar, Michael Antonio.
Okay, so I'm going to narrow this down a bit. So for Emerson,
I was going to say, what's their attributes?
yes, for Emerson we've got free kicks.
Right.
We've got skills.
Yeah.
We've got headers.
Yeah.
And we've got strength. What are you thinking? Which one of those do you think would really
maybe
add
Paqueta.
to your...
I think skills. I think I could be a little bit more skillful.
What kind of sets him apart in that aspect?
He just doesn't care. Like, in terms of, he will try things that no one would try. He sees things that people don't see, and he will keep doing it and doing it. Even if he loses it, he'll keep doing it. And you see, he's had so many moments where he's just flicked the ball over people's heads, or he's just brought it down so comfortably and effortlessly. But you know, top player. Tom's heading's obviously good, but I did score a few headers last year, so I feel
so like I've got that in the locker already. Don't need that.
Mick, he is strong, but I feel like, I don't know, I don't think it would suit me, like to be that strong. It wouldn't help your game. Yeah. Emerson's free kicks, don't know, he scored a worldie, but I was playing him up the other day. I said, that's the first one I've seen you score. I said, I've seen him step up to take a free kick, and we're both left-footed, so obviously I want to take the free kicks, but now he's scored it, and then he nearly scored another one straight away.
You're like, recreate it and then get back to me, yeah?
But he's done it, so he is a free kick taker now. But
I think I'll
probably say Paqueta, yeah.
Nice and easy one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Paqueta skills going in your swap attribute. Okay, your fifth and final category then is London Derby. So these are the options. It can be the one you look forward to the most, or the one you think is the fiercest rivalry. Tottenham, Fulham, Arsenal.
Chelsea.
We couldn't put Millwall in because you've never played them, have you?
Nah. I was hoping it was going to be like an FA Cup draw, but...
Oh, I know, that would have been a
not
good
to
one.
be, yeah.
Which is the game that, when you're looking at the fixture list and you're thinking about when you're playing certain teams, is there a certain one you look out for?
I think Tottenham's always a good atmosphere, always a good game.
Is there one you find hardest to in terms of going away from home? One of these stadiums?
Not really.
That's particularly difficult?
Chelsea's always tough to play at. They've got, you know, good atmosphere. The stadium's like really old school as well, like in terms it's quite close to the pitch. They create a good atmosphere there. Arsenal's obviously a tough place to go. But no, I'd probably say Tottenham just for the feel of it as well. I feel like the games we've been involved in, yeah, I don't know, I just think it sets it apart a little bit.
Always good battles.
Yeah, it's always good battles. Obviously it's a rivalry between fans as well. So I'd probably lean towards Tottenham is like a good game that I, you know, look forward to playing. So
there you go. Pop that in your final spot. Are you happy with how your board's shaped up then?
I think it looks all right.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Where's my sticker?
Patience.
Okay.
Yeah, so talk us through which is your favourite sticker on the board so far.
I'll probably say club captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that honour in itself.
You can't pick your teammate,
no,
can you?
No, I don't want to.
Can't give him that.
Play him up too much. But yeah, captain, I think.
Okay, well we've asked you all your 5 questions now from the board. All that is left to do is pop down your hero sticker.
Oh, not bad.
You happy with the photo?
That's all right.
Jarrod, best of luck for the rest of the season. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us today. And that was the Sticker Book Challenge with Jarrod Bowen.